Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. Joined this afternoon by Fred McMullen from the National Weather Service Pittsburgh. Looks like we're going to have our second big snow event of this season coming in starting tomorrow, and I'll let Fred take it away from here.
Okay, good afternoon. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for having me. Again, Mother Nature is making a reoccurring appearance here in Pittsburgh. So we'll kind of cover the details of what to expect over the next 24 to 48 hours. So this is our winter storm impact graphic that kind of incorporates various things, snow load, wind, type of snow, and it comes up this accumulated graphic, and you can see across much of the Commonwealth, it's in the orange category, which is moderate impacts, which again, is potential life-threatening, but it's mostly a disruption in daily life. So of course now in the COVID world, a lot of people were working remotely, schools are remote, so it's not going to be this big of an impact as it normally would outside this pandemic year. But you can see there are some red pixels in and around Pittsburgh, which indicates property damage, extensive property damage, and may cause disruptions to daily life, like the orange category. So that's something that is that we're watching over the next 24 to 48 hours. So here's kind of our snowfall forecast. The trend has been for the snowfall to increase slightly over the last 24 hours. And we saw this, the track of the low has shifted a little bit further west and north. So it's kind of brought more heavy snow into our region. As you can see across much of Allegheny County, we're forecasting 6 to 8 inches of snowfall currently. If you use kind of worst case scenario, if the system overperformed, we're looking at about 10 inches. And then best case scenario, if the system tracked further south and east, and we would get less snow, and that'd be right around 4 inches. So kind of right now, plan for at least 4 inches. To put it in reference, most of the region got between 5 and 7 inches from that event earlier this month, and this is going to be a very similar type of snow. It's going to be wet, with temperatures kind of going to climb to around freezing tomorrow. And so again, for shoveling purposes, as the rates really increase, it's going to be a heavy snow. So again, a deeper dive into Allegheny County. Again, this is all available on our webpage, weather.gov/Pittsburgh/winter. And you can see here for various parts across the county, again, 3 to 4 inches is kind of our low end amount to expect, at least that much. And then worst case scenario is double digits between 10 and 11 inches. As you can see here, the probabilities of exceeding our warning criteria, winter storm warning, which is what we have in effect for Allegheny County, is 6 inches, and our probabilities of seeing more than 6 inches of snow is about 60 to 70%, depending on where you are in the county. The further east you are in the county, the more likely you are going to get to see the heavier snow than you would be in the western part of the county, because you're closer to that low pressure center. When's it all going to begin and when's it going to end? So tomorrow, again, we have the snow arriving from south to north, pretty much late morning around lunchtime. It'll start, and then it kind of wraps up about 12 hours later, right around midnight. And so what we're looking at for the heaviest window of snowfall will be between the 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. window, where we could see upwards of 1 inch an hour snow rates develop. And so initially the snow will come in. It may be a little bit tough to stick to the roads like it was the last event, but as these rates increase, look for snow accumulation on roads to develop as we go through the afternoon and early evening hours. Those are those people that are working tomorrow. Again, the evening commute, if you're coming home, is going to be tricky. So kind of in summary, again, the snow will start around lunchtime on Wednesday. Winter storm warning is in effect for Allegheny County from Wednesday morning through Thursday morning. We're looking at the heaviest snow, again, right around between 4 and 9 p.m. tomorrow. The main impacts from the storm will be scattered down trees and branches, along with possible power lines, given the wet snow. Winds aren't going to be too much of a concern, so this wet snow is going to kind of stick on these trees and power lines. They could reach 25 miles per hour, but wind chills, again, with temperatures climbing into the lower 30s, wind chills with this event are only going to be in the upper 20s, so it's not going to be a super cold system. And then in wake of this system, we don't expect a lot of Arctic air either. Temperatures will probably just be at or just slightly below average the rest of the week as we go into Thursday and Friday. And just to give a kind of a tease for the outlook for the Christmas week and into the new year, temperatures are forecast to be above normal. So that's kind of like, low to mid 40s. And then precipitation is also forecast to be above normal. So hopefully with that instance, that means more rain than snow. But the current projection is for temperatures starting on Saturday to be above normal the rest of the month. And that's all I have. And Steve, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay. All right, thanks, Fred. So starting tomorrow about lunchtime, it looks like it's going to be a rough afternoon commute for what's what for the folks that are commuting. And it sounds like we need to get through the next few days then, and then it'll start moderating a bit. And again, Fred, thanks for your time. Thanks for taking time to do this. We'll get this out to our local emergency management coordinators, police, fire, and EMS chiefs as well. And I'm sure they'll thank you. And if anything comes up, we'll reach out to you.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Steve. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Fred.